Hey, Matt here, and welcome to Mob Street. Now, I'm out here with all four of the running TW200s, and in this video, you guys, I've had some folks ask me about suspension on the TWs. Now, the crazy thing is, all four of these have the stock suspension, the stock front and the stock rears. And I've ridden now a couple of TWs that have different suspension on them. And it's crazy. So obviously ridden Brad's bike with Bradley Performance. Saw Mike out there with Pro Cycle with his TW, or with the Pro Cycle TW at TW Fest, and he said that he had done some stuff to the suspension on there, and just seeing what's available out there for the TWs. I was just sitting there thinking, you know what, maybe it's time. I think it is time actually to go out and do some stuff with the suspension on the TWs. Now, if you're new to the TW, what we're talking about is there is no adjustments on the stock suspension. So if you are a heavier rider like myself or a lighter rider, you want to be able to make the suspension tunable to you, your weight, and your riding, the things that you're going to be doing. So a lot of things go into play here. One, your weight, obviously we talked about, the riding that you're gonna do. So whether it's trails, whether it's just gnarly off-road, like wide open desert, like what we've got, like if it's gonna be woods riding, all sorts of different things that you could be doing with the TW, things that you wanna take into consideration. Now, I don't have all the answers for that. I don't know how to tell you, hey, if you're going to be this much weight, you want this. Or if you're going to be doing this, you're going to want this style. So right out of the gate with me and with everything that we've done so far with the TW, we've jumped them. We've done trails. We've done the desert. We've done the sand dunes. We've done all sorts of like 2-up riding, like 3-up riding sometimes with the kids. We've done moto camping and everything on them. So all of that has been done on the stock suspension. And when I rode Brad's bike from Bradley Performance, even Taylor's bike with the different suspension on there, it is a night and day difference between the stock suspension and, the things that are available for the TWs. Now, the other thing that has really pushed me into getting a different suspension or tuning my suspension and making it more for me is riding this KLX 300. This thing here has been so much fun, and it has, let's see, I don't think the front really has much of an adjustment on it, but the rear has got a few little things that you can do to it, adjust the spring, the preload, stuff like that. Actually, I think on the front of these, it's down underneath. There are screws under there that you can tune the suspension, but even just straight out of the gate, the suspension on this is way better than the TW. So riding bikes that have better suspension or different suspension straight up out of the gate, plus adjustments that you can do, has really made me, plus the people saying, hey, what about suspension on these, has made me really start looking at the suspension for the TWs. Now, again, I'm not the smartest when it comes to setting these things up suspension-wise. So what I do want to talk about is next week on Tuesday, that'll be Veterans Day, Tuesday night, I'm going to be going live with Brad from Bradley Performance, and we are going to talk suspension. So he's got quite a few options for the TW. I think a couple different rear shocks. He's got springs for the front. I think a few different options that you could go with. He's got emulators, plus I think even a few more things coming up for the TW that are going to make the suspension on these things awesome for what you're doing. But I don't know all the questions to ask him. So if you have questions about suspension, put those in the comments. And then on Tuesday, November 11th, like I said, it'll be 6 o'clock Utah time, 7 o'clock Arkansas time. I want to know what questions I need to ask, and then I can take those questions to Brad. We can talk about the different riding configurations. We could talk about, you know, all the different things that go into getting your TW set up suspension wise for you and the riding that you want to do. So again, put those down below. Subscribe also so that you don't miss this live stream that we're going to be doing. This is the start. This will be episode 1 of a suspension series that we're going to be doing on the TW200. This is episode 1. The live stream will be episode 2. And then I will chat with him and talk to him about what it is that I can do to my bikes for my weight, plus the riding that I do, and what suspension we can do on these to make them more friendlier for me, you know, while we're out riding. So if there's questions, put those down below. Tune in, subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next one. I'm Matt. This is Mob Street with the 4 TWs plus the one that's in there getting worked on. So 4 running, 1 not. That project, we got more videos coming up on that too. I know I said that before, but we're getting after it. So we will see you in the next one.